I've promised Stephanie I'll go to Oates Cottage and extract that dog of hers.
But Gussie, you can't do that. She'll get 30 days in the jug.
For Stephanie's sake, I'd do a year. Anyway, there's no chance of my being caught. Oates is still watching the concert.
You sure?
I saw him myself.
Well, all the same.
Stephanie wants me to extract her dog, and I'm going to do it. Gussie, she said to me, Gussie, you're such a help. I intend to be worthy of those words. Oh! Goodbye, Bertie.
Ah, Jeeves. So, what did you make of the crosstalk act?
Well, to my immense chagrin, sir, I missed that part of the entertainment. I was, however, in place with my clack in time for Mr. Pinker's hunting song.
And how was that?
Well, sir, I can only say that I enjoyed it considerably more than did Constable Oates, who was standing nearby.
Well, I didn't care for it, eh?
No, sir. When Mr. Pinker had finished, he said that he could abide no more and that he was going home.
What? You know where Oates' house is, Jeeves?
Yes, sir.
We'll be in time. By now, Oates will be sitting on Gussie's chest, slipping the cuffs on him.
Bertie?
Stiffy? What are you doing here? You're supposed to be producing that ghastly entertainment.
I thought it was going rather well. Nothing more I can do anyway.
Oh, I see. So having lured Gussie into de-dogging Constable Oates, you're just going to sit here vainly hoping that he'll do it. Well, let me tell you, my child, that Oates is at home.
I rather fancy that may be the little fellow now, sir.
Here comes Bartholomew. Come on, Bartholomew! Time to be leaving, I think.
Well, geez, I hope I'm man enough to admit when I've been wrong. Gussie has quite obviously managed to.
I fear the worst, sir.
Oh, Jeeves, I think you're right. I'd never give you any sort of odds on Gussie as a sprinter on the flat. Oh, I'm surprised, Jeeves.
Indeed, sir. One only wishes one had advance notice of this kind of form. Mr. Finknottle's ankle work was extremely convincing.
Well, wasn't it?
Perhaps one should have had a wager on this, sir.
Yes, he should do it at a canter.
Indeed, he should, sir.
Come on now, it's a fair cut.
Yes, of course, what one has not borne in mind, Jeeves, is that Mr. Finknottle is also a fathead. I mean, Constable Oates may not be one of Gloucestershire's brightest thinkers, but he's smart enough to stand under a tree.
Get down now, come on.
Perhaps I might intervene, sir.
Intervene, Jeeves?
Come on.
Oh, I see what you mean.
If you care to look the other way, sir.
Get out of that tree now. You're under arrest. I can wait here all night, you know.
Good Lord, Jeeves.
I thought it the safest way to avoid unpleasantness, sir. I think you'll find it safe to descend now, sir.
Ah, thank you, Jeeves.
Yes, Mr. Ballinger. Yes. I will see that Sir Watkin gets your message as soon as possible. Goodbye, sir.
Do you know what it is, Bertie, to have the scales fall from your eyes?
Oh, yes, happens all the time.
They have fallen from mine, and I'll tell you when it happened. It was when I was up in that tree, gazing down at Constable Oates and hearing him describe the situation of a fair cop. In a flash, love died.
Oh, whose love?
Mine, you ass, for Daphne. I still admire her enormously, of course. But you know, I feel I need someone less exciting.
Stevie is a fine person, Gussie. Admirably suited to be the bride of someone who won't object to her landing him on the whim of the moment in a cell at one of our more popular prisons. But the girl for you is quite obviously Madeline Bassett. Well, it will be a genuine pleasure for me to weigh in with the silver egg boiler or whatever you suggest as a wedding present.
Ladies and gentlemen, a most remarkable thing has happened. I've just been informed that the manuscript of my memoirs, which I thought had been lost, has arrived at my publisher's office. I cannot imagine what can have caused the delay, but it makes this a day of celebration. Thank you.
Bertie!
I can't understand it. I simply cannot understand it.
Well, I can. I understand it perfectly. You funked it.
No, I mean...
Perhaps you think I didn't mean what I said I did. Well, I did.
Well, yes.
Our engagement is over.
Oh, now, Florence,
I consider I've had a very lucky escape.
Well, that seems to be that, Bertie.
Quite pleased.
And look.
I wish to announce that Miss Stephanie Byng and I are getting married.
No, look here.
Quite pleased. The wedding will take place on September the 3rd. Sir Watkin, please. And you're all invited.
Isn't he wonderful? Isn't he wonderful? Oh!
Jeeves,
Yes, sir.
that parcel has arrived in London.
Yes, sir.
Well, did you send it?
Yes, sir. I acted for the best, sir.
You do know that Lady Florence has broken off her engagement with me.
In my opinion, sir, and I'm sorry if this causes you any distress, you and Lady Florence are not ideally matched. Her ladyship is of a highly arbitrary and determined temperament, sir, quite opposed to your own.
Oh, indeed, Jeeves. Well, I'm very grateful for your opinion. But I must say that what I had in mind from you was abject, quivering apology. Well, this is very sad, Jeeves. But I'm going to have to think very seriously about your future.
Are you a poet or an hostler? I trust that is not alcohol I smell on your breath. Drunkenness may be de rigueur among the servants at some houses, but I should be sorry to see it take hold here.
My lady?
I suggest you read these. They're a brief introduction to the beliefs and aims of the Theosophical Society. Study them well.
Thank you, my lady. Yes, lady.
Yes, well, I've thought seriously about your future, Jeeves, and I think it should continue very much in the vein of your immediate past. I owe you an apology, Jeeves.
By no means.
Do you remember me asking you if Lady Florence reminded you of anyone, Jeeves?
Indeed I do, sir.
Yes, well, I've just realised who it is, my Aunt Agatha.
The comparison is perhaps a felicitous one, sir. I was for nearly a year in the service of the young lady's father, Lord Worpleston, during which time I had ample opportunity to study her ladyship. Her cognomen in the servants' hall was Lady Caligula, sir.
Hit me with an umbrella, would you miserable newt lover? I'm going to tie you.
Oh, Gussie seems to live only for excitement, Jeeves.
Indeed, sir, he does seem to attract the attention of the rougher element. But to revert to the question of the manuscript, sir, in my opinion, Lady Florence has overestimated the danger of people being offended at being mentioned in Sir Watkin's book. In my experience, many respectable old gentlemen are by no means averse to having it advertised in their extremely wild.